Hi everyone, and welcome to another Smart Suite and TV for Education training session. Today we're going to be having a look at SmartLessons and what is available. SmartLessons is part of Smart Suite and TV for Education, so whether you have one or both, you will have access to this resource. Okay, so first of all, you will want to go to your school's Smart Suite site. If you don't know what that is, you can contact us at support@functionalsolutions.com.au. Let us know your name as well as what school you are from, and we will send you your URL. So from this page, you can either click on TV for Education up the top here, or you can go to the menu on the left-hand side, go to Search, and then TV for Education. Keep in mind, I'm already logged into the system, so you do need to make sure you're logged in. The way you can tell is it currently says sign out, which means that I am signed in. So you can browse through the SmartLessons from the TV for Education homepage. We've clicked on TV for Ed, so this has brought us to the TV for Ed homepage. You can tell because it's got that nice big TV for Ed logo on it. So the second row on this page, I'm just going to quickly mute the page. If you didn't know, you can browse through on the homepage and preview videos. So when you scroll on the video, it's going to start playing the video and playing a preview from the video so that it doesn't play any sound over my voice. I'm just going to click the sound icon here to mute the videos on this page. So if we go down to the second row here, as you can see, it says SmartLessons. Now, by hovering your mouse over the left or right hand side, you will be able to scroll through the top 50 results. So that's the most recently added lessons in that category. The same goes for any of our other video categories on this page. So it'll show you the top 50 by default. That just lets you browse through the most recent ones. The reason for that being, if there is a topic coming up, so if Shark Week is coming up, you'll find a lot of content for that category in the most recently added. If you want to have a look at more than just those 50, you've got a View All button on the right-hand side. So we're going to click that, and it's going to bring up, first of all, 2 rows of results for us. If we click Load More, it'll then just keep loading more and more results in that category, which in this case is SmartLessons. So we'll just keep scrolling through and adding more so that you can see that there really is absolutely tons of lessons that are ready and waiting for you. So these lessons have been put together by our lesson creating team. So they're the team that works closely with TV for Education to find resources for our teachers based on requests that teachers are putting through. And it's also come directly from the video production companies. So when companies like Princess Pictures come out with a series such as My Year 12 Life or My Year 7 Life, the 2 series they did, they also released them with full lesson plans. So those lesson plans will have curriculum links. They will have parts to stop each episode and ask your students questions, get them to discuss different discussion points. So it's a full lesson plan for those episodes that have come directly from the video creators themselves. Now we also have content that are short video lessons, so they might be 5-minute on how to write in a creative writing style. So it'll be a very short targeted video, and then it'll also have multiple choice questions. So that's another example of the kind of lessons we have. But then you'll also have resource lists. So any of your teachers can put in a request to our research team, and they can ask for a resource list by topic. So up the top here, you've got My Requests. And if we open up My Requests, I'll just open it in a separate tab. What you yourself or any of the teachers at your school can do, they can click on Make a Request from this page. So again, they went to My Requests, then Make a Request, and then hit Topic Request. So in here, the only field that is mandatory is the subject field. So in here, you can say, I teach geography. Or you can be really specific and say, I need something for ages 10 to 14. It needs to be matched to this curriculum code. It is for geography. We are teaching about sustainability. And in here, you can put additional information. So that might be that you need programs that need closed captioning. You might be needing programs that are at the highest level PG rated, or you might have something specific that you wanted covered. So you might be talking about sustainability, but you specifically want to talk about plastic. So any information you want to give us, you can give us that information in here. The more information you give us, the more specific your results will be when you get them back. But again, if you just want to have a look at a broad range of videos on a topic, so just something to start the lesson off with, you can definitely come in here and you could just say media or year 10 media, whatever the term is, and click submit. So the way that will come back to you will be just like this. So for example, if I click on this one here, this means this is a resource list. It's on health and human development. So that were the two terms that was given to this research assistant. The subjects are geography, psychology, PE, and health. So they're the subjects that were listed in this request. If this sounds like something that you're interested in, you can click Add to My Library. Within a couple of seconds, just like adding a TV for Ed video, this says this has been added to my items. Would you like to open this lesson now? I would click yes because you want to check that this is a good resource list for you. So within a couple of seconds, it's going to give you a few options. You've got Start, Teach, and Edit. Now to begin with, I would say let's go with Edit or Start, because Edit will allow you to add additional resources to this lesson. Start will just allow you to view it. So I'm going to say Edit because there might be a resource in here that I don't actually want to show to my class. So first of all, you've got the title of the lesson up the top. And then the title that's listed here is actually the title of this specific resource that's open at the moment. Now on the right hand side, that's your control panel. So up the top here, you've got View All Materials. The I button will always let you view all of them or close them. So that's the open or close button. The plus button will allow you to add additional materials, and that goes the same for Get Thinking. So Get Thinking is how to add questions or view questions that are already there. So up the top, because this is a resource list that we've clicked on, you can click the I and that'll show you all the resources that have been listed in this resource list for health and human development. So first of all, you have a document, and if we click on that one, it brings up the document in this small panel so you can preview it. To maximize it, so bring it up in majority of the screen, you can click on the title over here. That'll make it bigger and smaller. So with this document, you've got a click to view, and what that will do is download the document so that you can either save it or share it with your students. So on the list of resources here, you can see there is a document, you've got a couple of different videos, some TED Ed lessons, some videos that are about VCE, health and human development. So you can browse through them. If there's something that takes your fancy, you can click on that resource. Again, click on the title to bring it to full screen before you play it. Click on that title again to go back to the previous list of resources, and you can keep clicking through to view anything that you need for the lesson. If there's anything that you want to get rid of before you share it with your students, you've got a bin icon here. Now be careful using this bin icon because it will delete it and there's no undo button. So if you delete resources and you didn't mean to, all you need to do is go back to the SmartLesson Search, re-add the lesson, and then you'll have all the resources again. So this is just your copy of the lesson itself. Now, once you have a list of resources that you're happy with, whether that's ones that you've just found from SmartLessons or you might have deleted some, you can of course add more. So you go to this add button, you can add text. So you might want to add a document that you've created yourself, just the text from that. You can add a file. So if you had a worksheet or a PDF that you have from somewhere else that you want to add, you can upload that there. Or you've got the ability to add from YouTube, from curated YouTube, from TV for Education, from My Items. So if you have things saved in your items, you can just look through them, or catalogue records. So if your school is using our system for their library management system as well, they'll be able to add resources from the library so that the students can see what books or videos or worksheets that are available in the library that they can get as well for this topic. Alright, so you can from this screen also add questions. What we're going to do in the next video is also show you some of the other things, but for now we're just going to say that you're happy with this resource list. So for now, this is actually automatically saved for you, so you don't have to save it anywhere. The last thing I do is click yes to show to student, and that means that this slide, so this resource list, will be available to the students. They can see everything when you share this lesson to them. So again, this is automatically saved. You don't have to go and find a save button anywhere. It just automatically saves for you. You can then go to My Items, and this lesson will now be the last item that was added to your personal saved items. So again, if we go back to the SmartLesson Search, which is on the TV for Ed page, you can search for topics in here. So of course you can scroll through and browse what other teachers have been asking for, but you can actually search for topics. So you can search for geography and have a look what's available. So at the top you can see you've got resource lists, and you can see that it's a resource list because when you click on the description, the first thing it says is resource list. So in this case it tells you the topics that are covered, as well as the year group that it's recommended for, which would be in this case year 9, and the subjects covered. Now, if we keep loading more, you've also got a video lesson. So there's a couple of those there. And again, the reason you can tell is because when you click on it and bring it up in the description, the first thing it says is video lesson instead of resource list. Again, this tells you what year levels it would be appropriate for and the subjects covered, as well as the curriculum codes. Now you've also got some lessons down the bottom here that are in red. They've come from the TED Ed Lessons collection. So they're not TED Talks. What they actually are is educational TED videos that have been created. So TED Talks has a educational resource library, that is made up of short video lessons that are available through our system as well. So for example, you've got pros and cons of public opinion polls. Again, you've got what curriculum codes it matches in Australia. You've got the year levels that it would be appropriate from, and you've got where the lesson came from. So again, if this is something you'd like to see, you can click Add to My Library. As you can see, this says it's been added to my items. Would you like to open this lesson now? So again, you can go Start, Teach, or Edit. This time we're going to click on Start just so you can see the difference. Now this lesson is an example of a lesson that's been put together with questions and answers. So in this lesson, straight away the video will pop up small on the side of the screen. Now I'll just mute it so we continue chatting. Now the reason it's come up small is so that your students can look out for the questions that they need to answer while the video is playing. If they want to play it in large screen, they just have to click on the title, and again, it'll make it full screen, and you can make it full screen again. You can again make it smaller by clicking that button here on the bottom of the video. If you need captions for the TED Ed lessons, you can turn them on by clicking the caption button. And again, we'll just minimize the video so you can see the questions. So to click, that will select the questions, or sorry, the answers that you believe are correct. I've just gone through and randomly selected them and click Save Answers. Now those questions, once they've been answered by your class, they will be sent off to you so that you can check what they have answered on the video. Keeping in mind that our lessons can have multiple choice questions, they can have true or false questions, as well as long answer questions. So you might have things that you want them to write a proper answer to show whether or not they've understood a topic. So you can put all kinds of questions on different videos. We're going to be having a look at the marking side in one of the next videos. So you'll be able to see how you can actually keep track of what students are looking at during their lesson time to check that they are actually engaged in the lesson, as well as checking their results from questions that you've created or that you've got from SmartLessons. All right, so what I would recommend that you do to start off with is have a look at this TV for Education SmartLessons page. So again, you get there by going to the TV for Ed page, either by clicking on it on your shortcuts bar or going to Search and then TV for Ed. Then you just want to make sure you're on the Lessons tab. So the way to do that is make sure that you've clicked on Lessons here, which will highlight in green, or if you're on the home page, you can come down to the second scroller and click View All, and that will take you to Lessons. So have a look in there, just browse through what lessons are available. You can search during the lesson in the Lessons area as well to have a look at what is available in that section. If you haven't found anything that would be right for you, definitely put in a request just to see what kind of results you get back. Keep registering for our other sessions on the SmartLessons and SmartClassrooms series. We will be going through how to customize lessons yourself, how to do things like clipping videos and adding questions on, as well as other resources like games and URLs. And we'll also be going through checking engagement levels. So that'll be checking your students are actually watching the lessons and not pulling up other games that they shouldn't be looking at, as well as making sure that they are getting the correct answers on the lessons that you've set for them. So definitely come back and register, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again for registering.